Students, how are you? Hope you are well at your homes. I am your computer teacher Miss Madhuri from California Public School. So class 5th, in the previous 3 videos we have completed our chapter, that is evolution of computers. So today we are going to start lesson number 2, that is types of software, and today date is 6 June 2020. So firstly we will study about software. As software is that part of a computer which we can't touch or see, and if we want to perform any task by the computer, then there is need of softwares. So in our computer, if there is no software, then our computer is like a empty box. So no one task we can perform without software. So firstly we have a introduction part of software. So firstly we will read example. So what happens when your teacher asks a question and you know its answer? You simply raise your hand, is not it? What prompts you to raise your hand? It is the brain that gives you the instruction to react in this manner. Similarly, a computer gets all the instructions from the software to perform its task. So software is the soul of computer, without which it cannot exist. So software is the soul of computer, without which computer cannot exist. So computer is a machine that does not possess any intelligence of its own. A computer without instruction is like a car without a driver. So it requires a set of instructions given by a user to work on it. So these set of instructions are called programs. So if we want to perform any task by the computer, then we have to give some instructions to the computer, and according to that instruction, computer will perform our task. So these sets of instructions are called programs. So program is the collection of instructions. So what is the software now? Software is the collection of a program. As in program there are multiple instructions, and in software there are multiple programs that are stored and run on the computer hardware and help users to work on the computer. So software is that part of a computer which cannot be touched or seen. So software is of two types: system software and application software. So first one is system software and second one is application software. And system software is further divided into 3 parts, that is operating system, language processor and utility software. So in today's video we will study about operating system and language processor, 2 types only. Rest of the types we will discuss in the next video. So first one is system software. System software is defined as a collection of programs that control the overall operations and internal working of a computer system. As the name suggests, system software is responsible for managing or controlling internal working of a computer system. So system software is of 3 main types: operating system, language processor and utility software. So today we will discuss only 2 types, that is operating system and language processors. So first one we have operating system. So operating system is needed to operate a computer. अगर हमने कंप्यूटर से कोई भी वर्क करवाना है, कोई भी टास्क परफॉर्म करवाना है, so there is need of operating system. So it controls the overall activities of a computer. It acts as a link between the user and the hardware and enables them to work together. As operating system behave like a bridge between the user and the hardware. So when the computer is switched on, the operating system is the first program that gets loaded in its memory. जब हम कंप्यूटर स्विच ऑन करते हैं तो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम ही फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम होता है that will get loaded in its memory. So major concept of operating system you can clear from this example. An operating system works like the principal of your school, as the principal has various responsibilities to manage the school, like managing about teachers and workers, maintaining discipline, setting the examination schedule, curriculum, timetable, and attending to parents and visitors, etc. As our principal sir is managing all the activities of our school, same like that operating system is responsible for managing the working of a computer. So these are the examples of different operating system: MS-DOS, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, even Windows 10, Unix, Linux, Mac operating system are examples of some popular operating system. So next we have functions of operating system, means things that operating system is capable to do. So the main functions of an operating system are: operating system is responsible for managing different devices. An operating system controls the working of all input and output devices. Who manages our input and output devices? Operating system. So this is one of the main function of operating system. So the next one function of operating system is memory management, as operating system is also responsible for managing our memory, that is RAM, ROM. And next we have runs software like Paint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. जितने भी कंप्यूटर में सॉफ्टवेयर है वो कौन मैनेज करता है? ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. सो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इज ऑल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर मैनेजिंग अवर प्रोसेसर, then it's also responsible for managing our files, any type of file. And then security, it provides security by means of password to prevent misuse of a computer. So operating system also provides us security by means of password. So the next one topic is types of operating system. Here we have done functions of operating system, and now we have types of operating system. As operating system is divided into three types, that is single user operating system, multi-user operating system, and multitasking operating system. So briefly we will study about these types. First one is a single user operating system. Single user operating system allow only one user to use computer system at the given time. Only one user can use single user operating system. So these systems are used, single user systems are used in homes and offices. And then we have multi-user operating system. So multi-user operating system allows multiple users on different computers. There are multiple users, but users are on different computers. So Linux and Unix are the examples of multi-user operating system. So from this example you can clear the concept of multi-user. For example, in a computer lab, a single printer is attached with all the computer devices. एक सिंगल प्रिंटर को हमने किसके साथ अटैच किया? With all the computer devices. So all the computer users are capable to give instruction to the single printer. So this printer will handle all the requests given by the multiple users. So the next we have multitasking operating system. So multitasking operating system allow user to run more than one application programs at the same time. So at a single time we can run more than one apps or programs. So for example, while writing a letter to your friend, जब हम write कर रहे हैं letter for our friend, you can enjoy music at the same time. We can also listen to the music as well. So example of this operating system is Windows is a multitasking operating system. Our window, whether it is 7, whether it is 10, 8, this is the example of multitasking operating system. So the next type of system software is language processor. Firstly, we have done operating system, and the second type is language processors. So each software is created by writing programs in computer languages. Some of the popular computer languages are Java, C, C++. These are the languages of computer. So as we know that a computer can understand only the machine language. We know that computer is able to understand only machine language, that is in the form of zeros and 1. So therefore programs written in this language cannot be recognized by a computer. अगर हम कोई भी जैसे जावा C++ है, that are quite similar to the English language, but that English language computer can't understand. So there is need of language processors that translate that our English language to the machine language, that is computer understandable language. So language processor plays a vital role in translating the programming language into the machine language. So language processor क्या करेंगे, उसको convert करेंगे from the English language into the machine level language. So there are three types of language processor: assembler, interpreter and compiler. Assembler, interpreter and compiler. An assembler is a translator that converts the code written in assembly language into the machine language. तो ये assembler is किस चीज़ के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है? As assembler is responsible for converting assembly language into the machine level language, that is computer understandable language. That machine language is in the form of zeros and ones. And the next type we have, that is interpreter. An interpreter translate the program code line by line. ये line by line translate करेगा to the machine language. So if any error found, it display the error and does not proceed till the error is rectified. तो ये क्या डिस्प्ले करेगा? अगर कोई प्रोग्राम में एरर है, ट्रांसलेट करते वक्त कोई एरर आ रही है, तो जब तक हम उसको रिमूव नहीं कर देते तब तक ये क्या करेगा, उस प्रोग्राम को नेक्स्ट प्रोसीड नहीं करेगा. एंड देन रिपीट द प्रोसीजर फॉर द रिमेनिंग इंस्ट्रक्शंस ऑल्सो. सो last type of language processor is compiler. A compiler is a translator program that converts the whole program into equivalent machine code in one go. ये line by line translate करेगा, but compiler will translate the whole program at once. Only एक बार में सारे के सारे प्रोग्राम को क्या करेगा, ये ट्रांसलेट करेगा. सो इट जनरेट द ऑब्जेक्ट कोड फॉर द प्रोग्राम अलॉन्ग विद द लिस्ट ऑफ एरर. सो ये क्या करेगा, जब ये कन्वर्ट करेगा सिंपल प्रोग्राम को, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज प्रोग्राम को मशीन लेवल लैंग्वेज में, तो वो क्या बन जाएगा हमारे पास ऑब्जेक्ट कोड, और ये साथ में क्या डिस्प्ले करेगा, विद द लिस्ट ऑफ एरर ऑल्सो. सो दीज आर द थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसर. So this is enough for today. You have to read these three topics, that is about software, about operating system, its functions and its types, and the last topic is language processor. So take care students, have a nice day.